What's up guys, hi, we're still at Rivington Castle. We're going to give you a tour around and we're going to do a paranormal at the same time.
You got your, you got your dodgy camera man on there.
Everything's dodgy that I have for my paranormal. Everything comes from the pound shop, everything's cheap, but everything does the job. And that's all that matters to me.
Exactly.
Alright.
Okay. So
would have been the Great Banquet Hall had it been a normal castle. But this castle was built for an ornament in the garden for the friends to come and visit, for the friends to have a picnic and stuff. So we're going to walk around the other rooms
and have a look, see what.
And I'll use the EMF meter.
Yeah.
And if we get any flickering lights, we'll stop and we'll ask out. But we'll try. I've got the radio. I like to use the radio, and we'll do some EVPs in the quieter
you
parts.
do it totally different from how I do it.
Well,
so
everyone has the method, don't they? And,
that's right,
I think because I was brought up by in the 1970s with someone who studied paranormal at that time, I kind of go for the more older-fashioned methods.
Yeah.
So this would have been the banqueting hall had it been a normal castle.
I'll
But
just
he's
have a
designed it as a normal castle.
I'll just have a quick pan round.
Yeah, we'll have a walk around. This is the main hall.
I'll put the end up and down this.
Start at the top room.
Alright. Yeah.
So the first room is would have been a tower.
Mm.
And had it been a normal castle, it probably would have been a dungeon or something. But we'll need to go in and see the layout of it, because it possibly could have been a kitchen.
Yeah.
Are there any spirit people in here, please, would like to come forward? Tell us who you are. Why you're in here. Is this a cell? Were you one of the Rivington family who just like to come here? I'll put the torches down, I'll get the radio out.
Yeah.
I'll leave that on there until we get any flashing light. My ring's just come off. That's Lewis. That's his sign. They're my spirit guide, always.
Oh, I've lost it.
Throws that ring off every time he's present. So that's his ring. That's his symbol, the skull. So Lewis is here. So Lewis, it's me and you, kid, tonight doing the paranormal.
Yes.
So let's see what you can bring forward. All my stuff. I'm the disorganised paranormalist, so I end up searching for the things. I've got my things. I've got the yes. Alright, so let's do this.
The thing is, Alison always has a plan, I don't.
I have no plan whatsoever. I go through life with no plan. I've always gone through life with no plan.
Well,
and nothing's changing.
You look like you've got more than a plan than I have. I
have no plan for anything. I get up, I have a coffee, and I'm like Forrest Gump. Whatever happens that day happens, and that's it. There is no plan. There's never been a plan, and I'm not going to start now.
Okay.
Are there any spirit people here, please, in this castle ruin would like to come forward and talk to us? Are you one of the Rivington family? Are you one of the Winter Hill witches that we've recently connected with up here? Are you another person who used to like coming to this castle? If so, what's your name? And my final question, can anybody in the spirit world tell me what Dogman is? Right, let's see what we've got there. Are there any spirit people here, please, in this castle ruin who would like to come forward and talk to us? Are you one of the Rivington family? Had a breath. Sounded like it. Are you one of the Winter Hill witches that we've recently connected with up here? Are you another person who used to like coming to this castle? If so, what's your name? And my final question, can anybody in the spirit world tell me what Dogman is? It sounded like someone wheezing, didn't it?
Yeah,
Like
it
someone
did. It weren't me.
No, it's not you.
I weren't.
But I mean, like, you know, like an older person who's struggling with the chest. I heard like a breath and then I heard like someone wheezing. I wonder if there's someone like following us, you know, maybe just somebody who used to like this place, like walk a dog or something.
Yeah,
Or that could be someone connected with the family. It could be some local person that used to walk.
Exactly.
We're going to the next room. One of these, I think, is a kitchen. I love my radio, so I'll pick it up when I go back to the banquet hall. Look at them steps. I love these steps, they just stop. They're like the ones at Wally Abbey. You know, the night stairs at Wally Abbey?
Yeah, I mean...
They just stop.
But then if you look, there.
Oh, they would have carried on, yeah.
There. And
they broke away, aren't they?
They do go up to that top bit.
Yeah, they broke away all the time.
Ledge there.
Oh, yeah, they do.
So
you would have been able to walk
you would have been able to walk up. Yeah, you would have been.
Yeah, well, it's built right on the edge of a lake too, this, right in the forest, and there's a walk at either side, but apparently Dogman has been seen on that side of the castle where it drops down a path towards some tunnels, and there's a bit of what we call a beach because it's a bit sandy.
Yeah.
We've been down there many times, haven't we, Andy? But we've never had any
Well,
Dogman encounters down there. But people are saying that they have seen or experienced something down there.
But the thing is, we've not been listening though, have we?
Well, back then it was all about paranormal with us, and even it was just about hiking, wasn't it? It wasn't really even about paranormal. It was just about getting out and enjoying the countryside. We only really got into this through it actually started when we did that overnight at Smithers Hall for charity, and then we carried on from there, didn't we? And because we was watching all the paranormal channels on TV, that's how we got started with all this. Really, but I think for me though, because, and I've said it before, we had a ghost in my house when I was growing up, and you know, my dad was big on paranormal, so I kind of got sort of weaned, drip-fed the paranormal and ghosts, if you like. So I think it stays with you, you know, you grow up and
of course you do.
Like that. Okay, so let's go in this room. I'm going to go back to the banquet hall, pick up my radio, because I've just lost it there and put it organised.
I mean, here. How's it?
Yeah,
No, it's
one of these is actually a kitchen, because there's a chimney breast and what this is it. Yeah. I put that down in case we get any, there's not one you can look all the way up at as well. Right to the top, like the one up on the top at the Pigeon Tower, you know, you can look right up it.
Oh, God.
So, pretty amazing really, because it was designed as a kitchen, it was designed even like the pantry there for the meats.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they didn't use this for like outdoor purposes, you know, like picnics and things, maybe they used it for. So I'll run EVP again in here. Just see if we get any more people coming through. Are there any spirit people in this kitchen? Would you like to come forward? Did you ever use this kitchen for cooking and serving food? What is your name and why are you still here? Are you one of the Winter Hill witches? Or are you one of our own family spirits or spirit guides? Are there any spirit people in this kitchen? Would you like to come forward? Did you ever use this kitchen for cooking and serving food? What is your name and why are you still here? Are you one of the Winter Hill witches?
Are you one of our own family spirits or spirit guides?
Sometimes you're not sure if you've heard
You're
a
not
whisper,
sure.
really, do you?
Oh,
Right, what happened?
someone's just touched my back.
Really? Really?
And I'm not near that wall.
There's nothing on your back, you haven't even got your rucksack on.
Someone's just touched my
They
back.
actually touched you? I'm wondering if I think it's the Winter Hill Witches, you know, the ladies that we've connected with.
I'm not stood near, I'm not even near near the wall.
Just then on this, when I said, are you one of the Winter Hill Witches? I think that, I'm sure I heard a whisper in the background, so it might be those ladies.
So,
Because they are going to be a bit
so
mischievous, because now we've made a connection with them.
I thought, I'm not near the wall, so there's nothing that could...
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be someone who is with us. I think I did hear a bit of a whisper, but I couldn't make out what the name.
Yeah.
I couldn't make out what they were saying.
Yeah.
I think they're just letting you know that we're there.
Well, that's it.
Letting you know they're not freaking you out or anything like that.
No, it was more of a...
We'll go back in the Great Hall where the fire's blazing,
Yeah.
and then we'll do some stuff with the radio in here.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll go through that tunnel down there, that creepy tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the fire's going down to that, doesn't it? I want to do with the radio what we're doing when we're at the filming.
Yes.
Let me put this out as well. Let me just get the radio. These are questions. You know what questions I want to ask.
What question did you want to ask?
Here's the radio. You know what? What's here? Right. This is what I want to know the answer to from spirit. If they can do it, if anybody around from the spirit world can answer these questions for us. Do you know if Dogman is an earth creature or is he something more spiritual? Just say one word to explain.
Michael.
Michael. Michael. Weird.
Alright, I need something a bit more definite than that. Is Dogman an earth-bound creature? Or is Dogman something that's come from another planet somewhere?
Children.
Did it say two dog? Hey, hang on, what can I hear? Or is it planes?
Supply.
Oh my god, I thought I wasn't sure what to think. Alright, are there any spirit people here, please? You can give me the name.
Did you just pull my coat
Can
in the
I
other
pull your
room?
coat when I'm stood here with the
No,
radio?
no. I'm asking now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you pull on this coat? Did you pull on this coat? If you pulled this coat, give us your name. Who did it, please? Hold. Hold. I heard hold.
Hold.
Who did that, please?
Me.
Me. Who's me? Narrow it down.
What's your name? Who pulled my coat?
Who pulled on this coat? Come on, own up. It's happening again. I heard it's happening again. Did you hear that? It's happening again. What's happening again?
Problems.
Problems. What problems? I heard it's happening again. I heard problems. I think it's a problems arise. Really? What problems? Are you talking about like spiritual problems, like black evil or even dogman entities? What was your mum's mum called? Amy. I heard Amy.
Amy. Amy again.
Amy, is this Andy's nan? Me. You remember the last time we were here, we got your other ground on the other side.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Are you protecting us? From the spirits here, gathering round to protect us. Did you pick any words out then?
Sad sometimes.
Yeah. So, when I did that before, off camera, and when I asked about Dogman, I got black and dark, and I asked where was Dogman from, and I got planet, and that was it. So black, dark, and planet, but it could be this planet. So then I was having a guess at the planets.
Yeah.
We came to the conclusion it has to be planet Pluto. If it's Dogman, it's got to be Pluto, isn't it? I don't know. We're not getting any further with this Dogman thing. Don't take this to the where we're going next because.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Actually, no, because I can't carry all these things. I'll just take the torch and so where we're going down now is the speedy tunnel.
Alright.
So I won't have the manoeuvre room to hold up.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's. I just want to find out now from spirits if they're.
Well, maybe they don't. You see, possibly
Well, this is it. Because I've asked and we're not really getting any.
they might not know. You know what I mean?
Perhaps they don't know. Perhaps they're not able to say. You know, perhaps they're in a position where they can't see how they're coming through the doors because what they see red flowing out. You know what I mean? That's the bit that's creepy now, isn't it? Because we're right in the middle of Dogman territory now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when we first come up here, I was scared about seeing ghosts. Now we're not bothered about the ghosts. Bring it on. Now we're bothered about seeing that. I think you have one fear, and then something worse happens, so you transfer it to a different.
Oh yeah,
fear,
of course you do. Yeah.
Right. To me, probably, I think would have been like a lounge. I mean, obviously it wasn't because it was built in this manner to just be a shell of a castle, but
Is this actually how it was built to be like this?
It was never completed. He built it as a castle. What it was, it's called Liverpool Castle because this castle, he'd seen this castle in Liverpool somewhere, and he got his architects to sketch the same castle and build it for him here. But he said, I want it built exactly like that one as a ruin. I don't want it completed. So he literally had them sketch and design and do all the architectural drawings on it and stuff, and he had it recreated here just as an ornament for his garden. So it was never a full castle and it was never lived in. You can Google it, and it also, the entrance to the castle, that tells you on the history board there, the same thing. We'll keep this going just in case we pick anybody up. Are there any spirit people here, please, in this doorway? Are there any spirits walking up and down these spiral steps? There's a dead end there, and there's a really.
Oh, is it a dead end?
Yeah, it's just like a little person shooting arrows out.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah,
This is a little tower. Are there any spirit people here, please, in this tower? Would you like to let us know that you're here somehow? Could you throw us a stone down from up the top, maybe? Or if you can make a noise that we can hear on the camera. Perhaps you can present yourself in that doorway. I think there's been a lot of like reenactments here though, you know, like in plays and things like that. So even if it's not in a castle that's been lived in, it still could be something that's got like Shakespearean actors and things attached to it.
Yeah.
Ghosts. Look at them all over and it stops there. Look, maybe these steps went up as well, because they do look again like they've broken away there, don't they?
Well, yeah, this spiraled round, haven't
Yeah. So this is this. You can follow me down here if you want, but this is where they used to shoot arrows.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
You see the EMS Right. Are there any people in this very narrow passage? You can shoot arrows out through that window. Wouldn't it be good if we got a voice echoing down here, like on the camera? Like we can't hear anything now, but when we run it back, what if there's like an echoey voice? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, so that's just where they would shoot arrows out. What normal castles have all these little passages everywhere. Where the soldiers used to go and shoot the arrows. So that's more or less all of the castle, but we can up to the front gate, we haven't done that.
No.
This hasn't flickered once. So with it being a bit of a shell, I'm thinking like, there's probably not any resident spirits, but perhaps just one passing through here and there.
Well, you see, that's the thing, but how many people have had stuff
We'll get to the gates and then we'll come back to the banquet room.
and picked up stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, people have camped out here. Dan and that camped out here, didn't they?
Yeah, and they picked up stuff, so it's...
Have a quick walk up to the gate. 3 arches here. Oh, and you can just show the mast as well. I always show people where we are with the telling
yeah.
mast. That's Winter Hill. Back there, the mast, where we go up on the tops there to look for UFOs and do the dogman stuff.
Oh, yes.
But seriously, the dogman's been reported down on this ground level too, so...
Well, it reports everywhere, isn't it?
All these
Yeah, yeah.
different things going on for different people camping out, especially with people camping out in summer in all these different areas.
Yeah.
The stories that people are coming up with right now is just phenomenal, really. It's one after the other. Not just this region, other regions, it's all over the country, really.
Of course it is.
Something's definitely going on. Oh, we've got more. I forgot about this bit. I think, oh yeah, look, it's fireplace. So back in the day, it would have been like the welcome room. This would have probably been like the lodge where the guard would have
I don't know, I could have had the fire here.
Yeah, they would have had a fire.
Would have been a nice fire, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's nice in the banquet room. I think it's nice where we are. It's a bit pocky in here.
Oh, you're such a snob. You're such a snob.
I'm a paranormal snob.
I just rough it.
Class and quality when I do my shoots.
I just rough it.
That's the main entrance there, and that's the White Lady Walk. We walked down it before with a great white lady. You can see looking down there. Who are from the castle. But as it's a castle that was never lived in, it's usually just someone who liked.
Oh yeah.
Could be one of our witches. The new set of witches that we've now linked up with, because we've always had an association with the Pendle witches, because we've been going up there now for 15 years, and we do a lot of rituals up there ourselves, and we have connected up with all of the Pendle witches by name. So these witches here at Winter Hill, we had heard there was a practice in common, but until recently we didn't know any of the names. And lately all of the names.
Just when I was doing that thing on my arm, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've been coming through
and it was,
one after the other.
Yeah.
And there was definitely a circle of ladies practicing up here back in the 70s, 1970s. But what happened? Some black magic occultists also started to appear on the scene up here and do some really bad stuff. And from what I could gather in the papers, there was like, in the newspapers there was goats' heads and things found, and all kinds of black ritualistic things found, and it got all witches a bad name, like it does, yeah. So they all got kicked out of here, including the ordinary pagan witches that have been here doing their ordinary thing for all these years. Them are the ladies I think we're connecting up with. Yeah, you have to go back to you Google the newspaper headings about Navy News in the 1970s, occult rituals at Rivington and all that. They'll bring all the different articles.
Oh, there was all that sort of thing and stuff.
So there's still a stigma attached to witchcraft being a black negative and evil thing, which it never was that
you
to
see,
begin with.
the thing is, it's not been, people seem to think it's been like a negative thing, and you see, people talk about the old kind of witchcraft. What you have Wicca now is very, very white witchcraft, whereas the wise women and witchcraft of old was a mixture.
Yeah, because they knew ways to do all different spells, didn't they? Like we do now, like we've learned.
If somebody was going to cause you harm, we weren't thinking of the oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. No, if somebody caused you harm, you would do your best to give it back to them.
Well, the thing is, as a witch, you don't even need to, because as a witch, you put a protective circle around yourself every time you cross the circle, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody is sending negative energies towards you, it automatically deflects back on them 3 times. So they're giving themselves their own bad luck by trying it with witches.
And that's.
Did you hear something like that? deer. I'm not sure. Do you know when we heard deers rutting up in Scotland? It kind of sounded.
If you think about it, that deer was round about
be a deer, yeah.
this
It's cracking now.
this area, and it was a small stag, wasn't it? It was a small
Yeah, so
stag.
we'll walk over to the lake first and then. So yeah, so to continue that thing about witchcraft, about
Yeah, I
witches
mean-
putting spells on people and all that, which is kind of their way, but they don't need to, because you have a circle of white light protection around you, like this torchlight. And if anybody sends any negativity your way, because you're protected, it bounces
sending
back
it
on
back.
that person. So they get whatever they're sending out to you, they get it back. So generally it's like, don't bother. Yeah, with the witches, don't bother, because it's only going to come back anyway.
But you see, there's a lot of people,
Don't understand that, do they? Threefold law.
that if somebody's causing you problems, try and change their behaviour. And I think, well,
Why should we?
yeah, why should I? If
We're too
somebody's
busy.
if somebody's going to cause me issues, then I'm going to use every bit of power that I have, or whatever I can use, to
Yeah, protect
Stop it.
yourself. But the thing is,
stop it.
the only other religion that also believes in the threefold law
You know.
is the Muslim religion. Because all of my friends at work that are Muslims that I talk to about this kind of thing all the time tell me that they believe the same thing.
Yeah.
What they put out there comes back 3 times, and this
Yeah,
is why they
yeah.
do so much good in the community.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
is why they help poor people,
yeah,
and this is why they help the
but
homeless,
it's-
and this is why
but
they
it's right.
just literally help everybody and anybody wherever they go.
Yeah,
And because 3 times it comes back to them, the good fortune.
yeah.
And when people say, oh, why have they got so much money and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they've all got 3 jobs anyway, most people that I
Because they
know.
work for it.
But not only that, because they send so much good out into the world, they get 3
Yeah, but
times
they-
that back, and that's
they
why
work
they're
for it.
fortunate.
Yeah.
And it's what you send out there is what you get back. If you're
course
going to
it
be a nasty person, then
Yeah.
it's going to come back 3 times. If you're going to be a negative person who's always whinging and moaning, your life's going to be shit because it's going to come back 3 times. If you're a positive person, happy, and you go around giving all peace, happiness and love and harmony and help people and all that, it comes back 3 times and you get a good life out of it. So why would you be nasty? What is the point? That's the threefold law. That is the threefold law, and people don't. That's what witches believe in. If witches go around giving out bad, negative stuff, they're only going to get it back 3 times. So why would you bring that hell upon yourself?
But I don't think it's a case of they
I
go
think
out
there was another
naturally.
town here, Luke.
Naturally to do. They probably sleep. I think there was here originally another.
Gone now, yeah. People have been camping here too. They've left the tents behind.
Is
They can't be bothered anymore.
it this tent or is it?
Oh, they've been swimming, there's towels there.
Can you imagine what would you do if that did the same as it did
Oh, I
in
know what
that
you're gonna say
in that
now.
guy's video?
In The Conjuring, where it flies up and goes across that bedroom window. Oh God, yeah. What's his name?
That
The Russian guy.
Tim
Morozov. Oh my God, guys! If you want to watch the most incredible YouTube footage ever, Tim Morozov,
That is the scariest.
Russian YouTuber. He goes in all these poltergeist houses on his own, and he's got the most incredible footage. And one piece of footage is right under it, that piece of cloth on the floor there. He's filming around and it just lifts this cloth in the house where he is. Lifts off the floor and flies past him, doesn't it?
Oh, you
If
freak.
you want the most amazing
That's actually.
poltergeist YouTube raw footage,
Oh, it's
Tim
the-
Morozov,
it's,
Russian.
that-
It's
I've
all in
never
Russian,
watched
so you have to
anything-
get the subtitles up unless you can speak Russian. But it's the most incredible paranormal I've ever
Be
seen.
honest with you, I wouldn't. You don't even need the subtitles because you
don't.
That was the scariest. Now
Definitely.
I don't care whether it's set up or anything like that.
You can't set that
but,
up.
But
no
that
way.
was
He's
just.
on his own.
That was just.
He's on his own.
That was the scariest thing.
With lock-off cameras each room.
Yeah, that was.
And one camera for himself.
That was.
So
mad.
he's captured stuff moving, and he's not just doing one. He's doing a couple of poltergeist
That
houses
was-
in the woods,
that was-
somewhere in northern Russia.
That was mad.
It's just incredible footage. We've not managed to watch a few of his videos recently because we're so busy. We don't get the chance to sit down and watch every video that everybody puts on.
If you want to freak yourself out, watch that.
Yeah, Tim Morozov, really, really good. Russian
That 2
YouTuber.
30-minute ones where he's in that on his own, and that is just the weirdest, freakiest. Oh, I watched it twice, and I still and it's still.
We'll come back to the fire and just.
It still made me jump. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a really, really good really good YouTuber like that. He should be on, I mean, his footage is good enough to go right on TV, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, that was.
His footage is that good.
It was good.
Are you okay with that camera now, or would you like me to take it off you?
Oh, I could.
Do you want to do some paranormal for a bit, and I'll take the camera off you?
Yeah.
Alright, so there's the...
Unless there's anything else you...
No, I wanted to do the show round and just do a little bit of paranormal. If anything shows up on camera, then we'll have got it.
Normally gets caught.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so it really... there's some really good YouTube channels to watch out there. The ones that we watch, the ones that we recommend. Exploring with Fighters. Danny from Preston. Proving Demons. Andrew from the States. Exploring with Josh, also from the States.
And Dark Arts.
Dark Arts, Carl. Yeah, and we watch Matthew Williams' Secret Vault. He's really good explorer.
Some others, you know, you've got, what's it called? Bad Cat Paranormal.
Yeah, she's good.
She's brilliant. Who's the other one? The other girl, Explore a Lot.
Yeah, explore a lot.
Yeah, and you've got... Moxley's paranormal.
Yeah, Moxley's
well.
good.
He does it all on his own.
World Abandoned Explorer Dave.
Oh, Dave, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many good ones to go and have a look at. And really, we've watched them, haven't we, and tried to learn their techniques and stuff.
Yeah.
But Dan, Exploring with Fighters, Dan did camp out here. He came with
flex.
Yeah, flex tapes.
He came with flex, didn't he?
Yeah, so they camped out at this castle. And I don't think he got anything that night either, because it's one of them things, you know, you go, you set your stuff up, you go round, you get it, if you don't, you don't. You can't make it happen. It's good if you do, but don't be disheartened if you don't, because you're still out at night doing this and not sitting in the armchair watching mind-numbing crap on the television. So what's the option, really? You know, do you want to come out and do this, or do you want to sit in the chair and watch and fall asleep, you know, with a plate of food on one knee and a flipping a can of beer in the other?
We're going to be going soon, so if there anybody who wants to say anything to us, anybody who wants to speak to us in this great hall, anything you want to say, anybody here who's either just love coming to this place, anybody got a message for us? No, we haven't got long now, so it's your last chance.
Well, I think we'll sit and listen out for any animal sounds whilst if we wrap up the paranormal. Let's just keep the camera rolling a bit longer to listen out for sounds. I'm just going to keep that focused on the fire pit while I put my head torch back
Amelia.
on. Amelia? That's a name we've not had. That sounds like one of those witches, to be honest. That sounds like a witch's name to me. Maybe we need to ask out a little bit longer yet. Are you one of the Winter Hill witches, Amelia?
What's your connection to this place? Why are you still here? Why are you still here? Why have you not moved on? Why are you still here?
Bill.
Bill. Who's Bill?
I'm Bill Wilkins.
This is my house. Who are you? Bill, Amelia? Are you a couple?
I wonder if people ever had wedding photographs taken out here. You know, when the place was a bit nicer. Back in the 1920s and, you know, like that era, I'm thinking.
Well, you've probably got a lot of people, couples who used to come here, don't you?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, we originally picked that up at Tockholes, Hollinshead Hall, didn't we? A couple picnicking. That was one of the first things we picked up there. They're going back about 3 years now.
Yeah, so you would.
Before things turned very dark for us up there with the dogman stuff.
Yeah.
Will you stop bobbing up and down? I'm getting seasick with the camera.
So I do things.
Yeah, but I'm up and down like a tart's drawers here with this camera.
No answer to that.
You know, you get it as it is from me, Andy. You already know that. I'm pitching Dan's phrase now. You already know.
Painted neck.
Painted neck.
Painted neck. What, like a tattoo?
Yeah, oh, that could be it.
A lot of people have neck tattoos now, don't they? Do you have a neck tattoo?
What's your connection to this place, and why are you still here?
There were the ducks back there on the lake. And this time they are ducks, they're not witches cackling. Well, I don't know, we've got the Winter Hill witches. Do you know, it's great. Every time you blow smoke out, purple light beams shine from that torch. I don't know how you're creating this effect, but it's just perfect right now. Birds are getting up. So it must be
Very
about
quiet now.
4 o'clock-ish then.
It's gone very quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Good morrow.
Seriously. We're just talking about morning. Good morrow to you too. Who are you, please? I don't believe it just said
Well,
that.
Shakespeare.
Well, we did say,
Good morrow.
didn't we, that they used to put Shakespeare plays on here.
Good morrow.
Yeah, well, they did used to put Shakespeare plays on here.
Good morrow.
Yeah, somebody having a laugh because you're always doing Shakespeare and stuff. Good morrow to you too. Who are we speaking to, please? That's brilliant, that. The birds are coming to life and someone says good morrow through that. I love that. It's somebody who's either a Shakespearean actor or it's somebody highly intellectual who used to come up here.
Yeah. And
What,
we
my
know-
dad?
Yeah.
It could be, you
That's the
know.
sort
It's
of
the
thing
kind
you
of thing
won't
he'd
come out
say.
with.
It is.
Yeah.
Is it you, Dad? Come on, own up.
You've got to come.
Charlotte.
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 I don't know any Charlotte on the spirit world, do you?
I don't know any Charlotte.
So we don't. Maybe she's one of the witches. Are you one of the Winter Hill witches?
I don't know any Charlottes.
Maybe it's one of the Winter Hill witches that said it for a bit of fun.
Good morrow.
My dad's name's not come through tonight, so I'm assuming he's not here.
Hasn't. Yeah, them are seagulls.
Well, birds get up at 4, don't they, at the minute, so it's probably about 4 now.
Yeah, it will be.
But the lady's name, so I'm thinking that they're probably going to be
Good morrow.
from the Winter Hill Witch Coven that we've attached ourselves to lately. We've been up here 3 or 4 times recently now, and these names keep coming through, the same ones. So we gather from that it's the Coven of Lady Witches.
Yes. Mad. Good morrow.
But it's good because now we've got protective spirit guides up here. We've got the ones at Pendle, and then we've got the
yeah.
ones here.
Yeah.
And you can never have enough protective spirit guides when you're doing this kind of thing.
No, you always need. It's always good to have them.
Because one of the questions that we always get asked, and when we went down to the chemist the other day to have our vaccinations done, even the chemist guy said to us, "Are you not bothered that something might follow you home?" And the thing is, like, we make it that they can't follow us home because we do certain protections with the salt
because
and
you
everything, and the rituals, and
You protect yourself, don't you?
yeah, we do things behind the scenes like
And if
witchcraft
you don't-
circles to
if you
protect
don't-
ourselves.
Fort.
Fort.
Well, Castle Fort.
Maybe it's on about when we went to Rufford Old Hall today, and I didn't tell you about the guy, did I? You disappeared off for a change, and I was stood on my own like a pillock, and this guy came, one of the tour guides came walking up, and he says to me, are you here to see Marmaduke the Knight? And I said, no, I'm here for the imps. And he just kind of looked at me and then stepped away. Thinking, they must let them out on a certain day. They must let these people out on a certain day. He was doing a tour or something, you know, about battles and all that, and he came rounding people up, and I was just stood, like, lurking on my own, you know. He said,
I'm touching your back.
somebody did touch your back.
Somebody did touch me back.
Who touched Andy's back? Who is it?
Who touched me back? Somebody pulled my... I was a definite poltergeist, and I've never felt that before. Not as strong as that. And I thought for a moment I brushed against the wall, and I was nowhere.
You jumped?
I was nowhere near the wall.
You didn't have your rucksack on or anything?
I didn't have anything on, so there's nothing.
You didn't have anything on? I didn't know we was doing a nude ritual tonight. No one told me.
No, that's next week.
Yeah, right. On your own, I think.
That's a members only video.
Yeah.
When we get membership.
Who touched Andy on the back?
I would pay a lot of money for that.
They might pay a lot of money for us not to put it on.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, probably. More than likely.
We're getting of a certain age now. People might not want to see that with us anymore.
Things are all going south.
People might not want to see that in the beginning. Anyway, let's just cut this conversation before it gets axed.
Yeah,
so let's... who was touching Andy on the back, please?
Experiment.
What was... Experiment? You're an experiment.
Probably, yeah.
So what was the experiment? To see if he could feel your presence? Well, the experiment worked because he felt you and he jumped.
I did jump. You'd have done that in that plastic graveyard, I'd have been...
We'd have took the lich gate off, wouldn't we, on the way out?
Took it off, I'd have been over that.
Like the Galloping Gourmet. Do you remember the Galloping Gourmet? Anybody who was born from 1970 onwards will remember the Galloping Gourmet. He was that TV chef, weren't he, at lunchtimes, who used to jump over the gate and into his kitchen and get the cooking things out and all that in the book and the recipes.
At the end, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He always had someone sat on his lap and he was feeding. It was really all wrong when you think about it, but then all of 1970s TV was wrong, weren't it? People sitting on Jimmy Savile's lap. Kids sitting on Jim, and we should have seen it then.
Yeah, but Johnny Rotten was right.
He was.
He'd said about him in the 70s, and he was bad from the BBC for saying it.
I know.
At the time.
He's come out now and said, I knew about all that.
I said about that. He said, bone.
Bone. You have to explain a bit more what you mean there by that. We're not sure.
Experiment and bone.
It sounds like the mad scientist's laboratory, doesn't it? Like Frankenstein's castle.
Experiment, bone.
Oh, I don't know what that's all about. The only bones I know about are the ones they found up on the tops there.
Yeah.
The skeletons, the two lad skeletons.
You don't know where they were murdered, though, do you? Really?
No, they never got to the bottom of it. There weren't enough DNA evidence.
No.
They only put it down as a cold case. But they think it was the two brothers from Manchester because they were the only ones that disappeared, never got found, and fit the description and the time of when they'd gone missing and everything.
We did get when we were doing that one up there, though, didn't we? We got that it was some sort of... Did we get some other woman saying she'd witnessed something?
I remember talking to someone recently who said, I thought there was 3 skeletons found up there, not 2.
We got a woman saying... Aldous.
Is that another word that we don't...
Aldous.
How's it spelled?
Aldous is the name. Aldous Huxley was a famous writer. He wrote the book... he wrote, actually, The Doors of Perception.
Or is it a witchcraft book?
No, it's a book that the band The Doors got the name from. The Doors of Perception is basically a book that he wrote. They gave him this, it's like LSD acid. I think it's called mescaline. And he took it and he filmed himself taking it, and then he wrote a book about it, about the doors of perception are open.
Julie.
Open in your mind. And he wrote another book, I can't think of the name of the book. I read it. It's a really good book. It's about how it's like people on the outside who just live a life like
Taylor.
like people do now, and then there's the inner like intelligence circle, and I can't think of the name now. I can't think of the Aldous Huxley.
Yeah.
If anybody knows the name of that book by Aldous Huxley, it's in a similar sort of story to like George Orwell's 1984, but I know he wrote The Doors of Perception about the experiment he did with mescaline, but I can't think of the name of the book now. If anybody knows, can you leave me a comment on this video?
Yeah.
To get in touch and let me know what it is, and if I remember, I'll put it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to have to end it there now.
Oh,
So, that's been
quite a freaky night, actually.
yeah, it's been a freaky night in one way or another.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, it's been quite a...
So once again, thanks everybody for
Interesting.
watching, and thank you very much for subscribing. And if you like our channel content, please like and please subscribe. Please support the channel,
Yeah.
and we'll continue to make these videos.
Yeah.
So we've 3 more weeks, and
Lead
then we're...
sprinkler.
What did that say?
Lead sprinkler.
No, I have no clue what that's talking about now.
Oh,
3 more weeks, and then we're off to New Zealand to do the Captain Cook series over there. So for now, we're going to carry on shooting for another couple of weeks and loading stuff up. And thanks to our editor. I'm glad you're out of
Thanks,
hospital.
Eddie.
I'm glad you're still alive.
Thanks, Eddie.
So I thought the aliens had abducted you, but thankfully they haven't. All right, so take care, guys, and we'll talk to you all very
See you on the
soon.
other
Good night.
side.